remainder of the New Testament books, some of the smaller ones, Timothy, Titus, Hebrews, things like that, those first couple, Timothy, Titus, those are named for either the people they're written to or the people who wrote them. Same with James. The book of Revelation is our glimpse into the future. It begins with the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show his servants what must soon take place. He made it known by sending his angel to his servant John, who testifies to everything he saw. That is the word of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ. Blessed is the one who reads the words of this prophecy, and blessed are those who hear it and take heart what is written in it, because the time is near. And it begins with 7 letters to 7 different churches. And each of these churches he talks to, one is on fire for God, one is completely dead church. They couldn't care less. They show up to church because they're holding down a seat. And he really goes through each of those churches and tells them the good and the bad. Those churches are just like our churches today, 2,000 years later. Some of the same things that we struggle with in different churches, they struggled with then. So these letters applied then, and they definitely apply now. And then in Revelation chapter 4, it says, After this I looked, and there before me was a door standing open in heaven. And the voice I had first heard speaking to me like a trumpet said, Come up here, and I will show you what must take place after this. At once I was in the Spirit, and there before me was a throne in heaven with someone sitting on it. And it continues to describe that. And some of the descriptions are beautiful. I can show some pictures so that you can understand a little bit about what it's talking about. But you really want to find an in-depth sermon on the book of Revelation, and there will be several, because you could never cover the entire book of Revelation in a half-hour or 1-hour sermon. It's going to take a lot. I hope you've enjoyed this. I sure have enjoyed talking to each of you and giving this information. I hope it's a blessing. I hope it gave you some quick overviews of the information in the Bible. I'm sure you have lots of questions. I'm definitely not the one to ask. I think I've given you all the knowledge that I have. A lot of things are opinions. I want to steer you away from that and definitely want you to stay grounded in this. Again, I'm going to refer you to an NIV, an NASB, or a New King James. Those are all really good translations. NIV being my favorite because I think it reads the most smoothly. Any of them are going to be great. If you have a KJV, King James Version, if you love it and you understand it, great. If it looks like Shakespeare or Greek to you, find a different Bible. It shouldn't be that hard to read. There are some really great Bibles out there. And BibleGateway.com is a fabulous website that you can look up any Bible verse. You can also look in Google, Bing, any of that, Yahoo, and just type in whatever it is you're looking for. If you hear someone talk about the scroll and the lamb and you're like, I don't know what that is, pick it up on Bing or Google, find the scroll and the lamb. It's probably going to give you some choices, Revelation this, Revelation that. Then take that verse, go to Bible Gateway and look it up. Sometimes when you type in something like that on Bible Gateway, it won't always give it to you unless you typed it in precisely. So, as long as you know what verse to look for, or you know exact keywords, you can go to Bible Gateway and find that information out. But be careful when you're looking online. You can be pointed in different directions to unbiblical things. Some words you want to look for when you're looking for a church are Bible-believing, evangelical, Christian. Those are things you're looking for. Just because it has the word Christ in it doesn't mean anything. There are lots of churches I would not recommend you going to. And I'll put a link so that you can understand the different churches that are out there. You want sound biblical teaching. That's all that matters. May God bless you. May He keep you. And may His face shine upon you. It's been a pleasure.